Hi, I'm Haley. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm finally planting tulip and daffodil bulbs in my Zone 6B garden here in Eastern Washington. I held off for a long time. In our area, the typical planting time is October, November, so we're still within that. But because our temperatures stayed so warm for so long, I just held off. Like it was still mid-October and we were getting up into the upper 70s. So I thought, let me wait. It would have seemed odd to be planting bulbs, for us anyway, in a t-shirt and shorts. So here we are. It is November 17th. I should know that. Tomorrow is my birthday. So I'm really excited to finally get these in the ground so that come springtime we'll have some really pretty color that greets. So just another quick note. I woke up this morning and there was a thick layer of frost on the ground and fog. It was really foggy outside also. So the fog's kind of started to drift away, but it's lingering also. It's just kind of a fun time of year. Temperatures are really starting to drop. And usually this time of year we get some deer that come walking through the neighborhood. I've actually had like a big buck walk right through my yard as my husband was mowing. A few weeks ago I had a few deer running down from the orchard that's up above our house. So just kind of fun. And I'm excited to be out here and getting the bulbs in the ground at last. So let me show you my little on-the-go cart I've assembled. I have 200 bulbs, so nowhere near the thousands that I see some garden channels featuring that can be in future years. But what I got these bulbs from Costco. They're from Longfield Gardens. I have 50 of the Big Love variety pink tulips. Those get to be about 20 inches tall. And then I have another 50 of the Purple Raven Infinity. These get to be about 18 inches tall. And then I have 2 bags, 50 each, of the Unsurpassable daffodils, 18 inches tall. And then I have 50 of the Dutch Master, also 18 inches tall. Aside from that, I have a 16-inch auger. They do make these a lot longer so that you can aug your holes as you're standing, which is nice on your back. But I'm going to go with this for now. I have another battery charging in case I run out of juice on that one. I have some gloves because I'm going to be needing to move landscape rock. You'll see that out front. I have a shovel and a rake to move some gravel. So that's about it for supplies. I think what I'm going to do is start in the front and then we'll move into the back. I'm going to be just kind of planting bulbs kind of just sporadically back here. I don't have a great plan here, but out front I have a pretty solid idea. So we'll head out there. So this is the area we call our rock wall. Kind of the first thing you see as you drive into our driveway. Got the house. And then over here, this is kind of, I guess, the main focal point right here. Kind of drive in and we've got kind of this empty space here. So I'm thinking a lot of the bulbs are going to go into this area, kind of around the big boulders and whatnot. But as you can see, I have some rocks, which makes it a little bit tricky. Landscape rock is nice, but if you're someone like me who wants to plant a lot, it can be a little bit challenging. So I actually called around some different landscape companies and asked if they'd want to come pick it up and if they could use it, and they said no. So I might be looking into having it removed in the future and then replacing it with mulch. We'll see. But for now, I think what I'm going to do is just kind of clear some spots, clear the rock away as best I can, and then just dig my holes and put my bulbs in. So this area, and then there's one more area down on the far corner, right here. So I think I'll put a few clusters in this area also. And I'm thinking of planting in little trios, like 3 bulbs I was thinking of trying to mix them like 2 tulips, 1 daffodil. I think what would be best is to plant in bulk. So have like 3 daffodils, 3 tulips, and then kind of just create groupings like that. Lou, say hi. Say hi. Are you going to plant some tulip bulbs? Yeah? My rainbow ones. Your rainbow ones. Are you going to draw with some chalk? So in terms of process, I think what I'm going to do is just start in one area. So I'll start at like the rock wall and aug all my holes. I'll dig them down to about 6 inches deep, probably spread the bulbs 4 inches apart, again in those trios. And before I place the bulb, I'll go through and sprinkle in a little bit of bulb tone fertilizer, and then go back through and place the bulbs pointed end facing upward, and then just finish up by covering them back up with soil, and then move on to the next area. So here we go. All right, I've got the rock wall area kind of prepared. So now I'm just going to go in with fertilizer, but I swung it all the way around so that whenever I look out my kitchen window and look out front from my house, I can see some nice spring color. You probably could tell from the footage, but I'm digging in pretty rocky soil. I've alerted all of the neighborhood dogs, which is great, but my auger would make this really high-pitched sound. It did pretty well. It kind of came unattached a few times, but still a lot easier than hand digging. I'm going to just have to go back through and kind of freshen it up. I'll probably just carry it around with me as I pop the bulbs down in there. But I think what I'm going to do is kind of do pink, yellow, or no, yes, I want pink with the lamb's ear, and then daylily yellow with the pink. So I'm just going to kind of alternate and go from there. All right, it is bulb time. So out front, I'm going to go with the Dutch Master daffodil bulbs. They look like this. Again, I'm going to plant them 6 inches down with the pointy end up. You can see the little roots down there. And I'm going to do the Big Love. I love the look of pink and yellow together, especially with my house color. It looks really pretty, especially when it's kind of sunny out. But here's the Big Love. Again, pointed side up, 6 inches down. All right, my drill keeps dying and it's taking quite a long time. This is definitely a multi-day project. So I'm going to take this as my cue to stop for today and probably pick it up over the next few days. So I did get my rock wall area planted. We did yellow, pink, yellow, pink, yellow, pink, all the way around. Again, like I said, in those trios. So hopefully it'll give us some nice color along the base of these boulders. Over here, the landscape rock, you probably could tell that was the hardest part. That's what really set me back. But what I did is I went ahead and did a swoop right here and got the daffodils planted. I think what I'll do is, again, so swoop of daffodils, and then I think I'm going to do kind of some drifts of the Big Love pink, and then over here kind of intermix pink and yellows. But I really want to fill up this area. And then over here by our mailbox, I did a daffodil there kind of on the corner so it can kind of come out. And then I did a Big Love right here on this corner and one more daffodil kind of at that back corner, so that way our mailbox has a little life to it. I will take you around real quick and kind of show you my plan for the other areas in the back that I haven't mentioned yet. So now we're in the backyard. You can see I just walked up from the front that way. And so this whole area here, there's no landscape rock, there's just some mulch. There's no fabric. I forgot to mention the landscape fabric was so thick, which is a great thing, but it was hard to get through. So back here, it should be a lot easier. In fact, I might test it out real quick and just kind of see, just to kind of give myself a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel so that I know I'm kind of getting the hard stuff done first. So I'm just planning to kind of just, maybe continue the trios and just pop some color in here. There's really no rhyme or reason. I'm planning to build on my bulbs over the years. I do plan to leave them in the ground so that they can hopefully naturalize, which they tend to do a pretty good job of in our area. My mom has always grown daffodils and tulips, and they tend to multiply and just kind of get bigger and bigger every year. If they don't, oh well, we tried. So back here, this is kind of our forest area. This is where our chickens live. I might pop some bulbs in for them also. They need some color. Hi, girls. And then I do want to plant some bulbs over in this corner also, so that we've got color on almost every corner of our property. Got some grasses. That guy might not make it. Grass, and then another burning bush. That's the one I transplanted when I put our chicken coop in. So I might do, color, 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 something like that. And then that far corner out by the road, that's going to be another big area. So I might just take a day to focus on each area. That'll be a day. That'll be a day. That other corner was just finishing up. And then I think the whole backyard I can do in one day. Because like I said, this is going to be a lot easier going since there's no landscape rock and there's no fabric. So that's nice to think about. That was hard. I forgot to mention it is 34 degrees. The weather forecast said it should be like 44 degrees around this time, but no luck. No, it stayed cold. So I've been keeping warm, but I am ready to go inside. Much easier. This will be a lot faster. Well, I completely underestimated how long this project would take and how hard it would be. But bulb planting, hard work. Not for the faint of heart, especially when you have rock and landscape fabric and it's 34 degrees. So I had fun though. It's always fun to get outside and just thinking about how pretty the yard, the garden will look come spring. So it'll be well worth it. I'm really excited. I just keep thinking about that as I go, and it keeps me going. So the backyard is definitely easier. I did test it out, so it's nice to know I'm kind of getting the hard stuff out of the way, and it'll be downhill from here. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.